Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this video as I come to you from beautiful Boho, Mexico, and discover with me all the beautiful things that Mexico has to offer, as well as some amazing handcrafted arts and secondhand finds. This was my first visit to Morelia, which is the capital of the state of Michoacan in Mexico. And I was instantly enchanted with this beautiful colonial and yet very hip city. Two of my favorite things are beautiful cafes and books, and this one checked both of those boxes. Look how absolutely gorgeous this cafe is. And at the top of my to-do list was having a cup of gazpacho, which is not a cold soup in Mexico. It is a fruit salad put in a cup with lemon and cheese and salsa. And it sounds horrible, but it was actually delicious. People think of Mexico as sun and sand and margaritas and spring breakers, but it is actually much more than that. Mexico has colonial cities that were founded way back in the 1400s and the 1500s, and they have the architectural buildings to prove that. And Morelia was no exception to that rule, with beautiful gardens and parks and plazas and churches. I mean, it is just eye candy for people that love gorgeous architecture. One of the highlights of Morelia is their rose garden, which is also the conservatory for music for the city, and their candy market. But on my way there, I actually ran into this arts and crafts fair, and I was particularly enchanted with this young couple who creates these beautiful pieces of pottery, and I bought that little hand. I thought it was really cute. I really like these two, but I was afraid that the horns would break off in transit. One of the things that I absolutely love about Mexico since I was a little girl are, number one, yes, the candies. Although I didn't buy any of these, I'm really more of a chocoholic. But it's the colors. All of the colors, they just are so bright, so vibrant, so vital. It just makes me happy. The other thing that makes me really happy is that people in Mexico really know how to live life. They love life. They enjoy their time outside. And what's not to love here? This beautiful aqueduct is hundreds and hundreds of years old. And look how absolutely stunning this walkway is with all of these pottery lanterns. This happens to be the romantic alley, which is actually a very tiny alley, but I enjoyed it and found this really cute little cafe to have a meal in. So I basically romanced myself. So even though Morelia is very rarely visited by people from the US or Canada, I would highly recommend it. It is a beautiful, clean, safe city with so much to offer people as tourists. A visit to the state of Michoacan would not be the same without a trip to Pátzcuaro, which is famous for its celebration of the Day of the Dead, and all the little towns surrounding it. This one is actually really famous for its copper mines and all its copper handicrafts. So I had a great time here, and I found a bunch of stuff for the store. So just stay tuned for that haul. On my last evening in Pátzcuaro, I visited the island of Janitzio, which is still occupied by the local indigenous tribe called the Parapucha. They still speak their indigenous language, so it was really fascinating to kind of eavesdrop and listen to their conversations, even though I did not understand a word they were saying. And the little grandmas right here reminded me of the grandmas in Coco. So I'm currently in the town of Pátzcuaro. So if you haven't seen the movie Coco, you have to see it. It's such a sweet, charming movie, and I never get tired of watching it. It so reminds me of Mexico. There's so many really great, very accurate references to Mexican cultures and Mexican family cultures, and a lot of the inspiration for the movie came from this Pátzcuaro area, which is famous for its very historical town and its huge celebration of Day of the Dead that happens in October where the whole town lights up. And even more so, as you saw in the video, the very kind of enigmatic town of Janitzio, which I got a chance to visit, as you saw in the video. So besides traveling through Mexico on this great adventure, discovering all these little towns and sites and just, you know, the amazing things that Mexico has to offer, I'm always, as usual, looking for goods for my store and to sell online. So yesterday, as you saw, I went to the little town of Santa Clara de Cobra. So not only did I find some stuff there, I did find something in Pátzcuaro and Janitzio. So let me show you what I found. So if you have watched any of my videos, you know that I love boho stuff. And in particular, I'm a huge fan of Frida Kahlo. So I'm going to be at my house on the coast of Mexico this coming next week, actually. And I'll show you all my Frida stuff. But look what I found in the town of Pátzcuaro. So I found these really, really cute little mirrors. They're like little pocket mirrors, and look at that. So I'm not so fond of the sparkles, but I love the really bright, bold, beautiful picture of Frida Kahlo. This one, this typically has a green background, but I love the serape background too. And see, it opens up, it's like a little pocket mirror, and these are made in Mexico. That's what's been really hard. So in the city of Morelia, I didn't buy one thing because what I'm looking for is either secondhand goods that are vintage from Mexico or handcrafted items that are made here in Mexico. And it's just amazing how many things from China have now wound up in Mexico. So I'm trying to be really careful and stick to things that are locally made that are unique. So I really love this. I thought that was super unique. And then this one is also really cool. So that's kind of the Day of the Dead skeletons. And you see these skeletons in paper mache, you see them in wood, and they're very elaborate. They're like dancing and eating and like, you know, going along their daily lives. So anyways, I love the skeleton art, and I actually got a pile of these. Mexicans are very much into the, you know, most Mexicans are Catholics, and they are very much into the Virgin Mary. And so I really love the Virgin Mary art. Look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. And it's very typically Mexican. Then in Santa Maria del Cobre, which basically means Santa Maria of the Copper, because it's a huge copper town, I found these. I really love these. So that is Frida Kahlo, and it's embossed on copper. And so that one is one of my favorites. And then there's this one, and then this one, and then this one. So I think I bought 12 of these actually, and I just think they're really cool. I actually have a pair of Frida Kahlo earrings, and I wear them. They're really colorful, and they just kind of add that pop of color. But you know, honestly, the first time I bought some Frida Kahlo earrings, I wasn't sure if they were going to be a big hit, but we sold every single pair. So anyways, I was happy to find these. Pile of these copper pens, something that's supposed to look like a Mexican coin that's a 1-cent coin from 1971. So I got a pile of these. I just thought these were so much fun. So I'll probably sell these for maybe like $6. And you know, once in a while, especially in the summer, I actually get Mexican Americans that come in. And like last year, I bought some like Day of the Dead magnets, and I didn't think anybody was going to buy them. And then like these Mexican American kids come in, and they'll buy 3 or 4. So anyways, I'm thinking, you know, I don't know, anybody may like these. I think they're cool. I also bought these gorgeous little sun and moon pocket mirrors as well. You open it up, there's your little pocket mirror. I think these just make really great gifts. And like I said, they're copper embossed. And then there's another one, this little sun. And so I thought these were super cute. Even though I don't own any miniature items, I mean, maybe like one or two, I'm just fascinated with miniatures. And in Mexico, it's amazing. Like, you can go to some markets and they have a stall and it'll be full of miniature items, like teeny tiny little loaves of bread, bottles of Coca-Cola, fruits and vegetables and pots and just anything you can think of. They will miniaturize. They even have like little tiny copper pots and pans and spoons and silverware. So anyways, in Santa Clara, they had these little, and they're magnets, and I just couldn't say no. I had to buy them. So look at these. It's like a little miniature hanging kitchen shelf, and they have little tiny cups and this little straw beater and little copper plates, and it's hand painted. I mean, look at that. That's so adorable. I just couldn't say no. And it's funny, whenever I buy something, I always think, like, I always imagine the person who would be buying it at the store or online and what that kind of person is. And I just see somebody seeing these like I did and thinking how charming they are, how colorful they are. And I just couldn't say no. I think these are just super sweet. So I also bought several sets of these little copper bowls. So it's 3 of them, and I think I may like break them up and sell them individually, but you can use them for sauces. You could use them, I don't know what else you could use them for, buttons, but they're really designed to be used for serving stuff in. So I thought they were super pretty. Lately, copper has been a huge seller, and anything copper that I've listed has sold really quickly. So I think these will be really popular. I think I've only got maybe 4 of them. Now I wish I probably would have bought more, but oh well. I have only so much space, and I'm trying to fill it up, and I still have multiple towns to go to. I really like these a lot. They're little shot glasses. They're little copper shot glasses. Look at that. Aren't these cool? I really like these. They're so pretty. They would be amazing on a bar cart, right? And they don't break. So I think I'm going to sell these in the store for maybe $6, maybe $7. And anyways, I think I did get 10 of these. I also got these beautiful, beautiful bowls. Again, like a bowl like this, like I just like these like on a shelf, or to use in a flat space, but they're definitely utilitarian. So you can actually use these again to serve sauces or salt or whatever you want, but they're so pretty. I like the size, and again, they don't take up a lot of space in my suitcase, so I can have plenty of space to add more things. I got a great deal on these rings. Look how pretty they're, like a mixed metal. And what's funny is mixed metals are back in, but I remember when they were in the 80s. So can you see that? It's just a mixed metal. Aren't those pretty? So I don't know. I'll probably sell these maybe for like $15, but they're really pretty. And I got a whole pile of these. I probably got maybe like 20 of them, and I just really like them. I think they're pretty. Let me see if this one will fit. I got fat fingers. See? So these are festive, fun little like tissue banners. These are so popular in Mexico. You can find them in tissue and you can find them in plastic. So these are tissue, so they're not made to last forever, but they are just a fun pop of color, and they would just look great for Cinco de Mayo or just as a decoration, even if it's just temporary. So on the island of Janitzio, I stopped by this stall run by these little grandparents. They were so cute. They hadn't had any sales the whole day, and I think I wound up buying six of these, but I fell in love with them, and I haven't seen these anywhere. But look at these trays. Oh, is that just so cool? Look at that one. And this one. So I love that they have different colored woods, right? And these are all hand carved. So these were so cool. I was happy that I was able to give them a sale. It was at the end of the day. It was close to like 6 o'clock. I went pretty late. But I just love these, and now I kind of regret not getting more of them. They're fairly lightweight and they're flat and they're not breakable. But like I said, you know, I don't want to fill my suitcase up when I still have multiple places to go to. Then the other items I bought, because these are reminiscent of my childhood, are these. Have you ever seen these? These are to beat chocolate. That's what you do. And I guess you can do that with your coffee, coffee and cream. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a display. So nowadays you can actually find, in English it would be grandma's chocolate. It's called Abuelita chocolate, and you could find it in, I don't know if you could find it like where you would pick up Coco in the grocery store, but you would definitely find it in the Mexican section. And it's a yellow box, and it has discs of very hard chocolate, and you melt that in the milk, right? And because it's so dense, you have to like stir it with a fork, but actually this is what these are designed for. Like you put it in your pot or in your cup, and you just go like this and it mixes up your hot chocolate. And anyways, I love that hot chocolate. It has kind of this cinnamon taste, and I'm thinking, I can't remember how many of these I bought, but if I pick up some more, and maybe I pick up some, I hate picking up pottery to put on a plane because the odds of it making it back are, you know, maybe 50-50, but I would love to make a display where I have these little chocolate beaters, and actually some of those packages of grandma chocolate. I found these wonderful little Milagro magnets. Like this one is a donkey, this one is a hand, this one is a heart. And Milagro literally means miracle. And so what people would do is they would buy these little metal pieces like this, like these little metal charms, and you can get like hands and arms and feet and heads and hearts and animals and cars, and they were used as part of a ritual for literally praying for a miracle, right? So like if somebody had, I don't know, a bad hand, you would pray that their hand would recover. So anyways, that's why they call them Milagros, and I just think they're super charming. I've never seen magnets. I mean, it's basically just a little magnet that's glued onto there. But the last time I bought a pile of Milagros, they sold really, really well. So I got a pile of these, as many as I could find in the store. There wasn't a lot of them, but I took as many as I could get. And I think the last time I charged like $3 to $4 for each one. And so that's probably what I'll do when I take them back to the store. So that's it for me coming from Pátzcuaro. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll join me next week as I continue my adventures. And if you have a chance to get out and do some thrifting, I hope that the thrifting gods are with you. And otherwise, I will see you next week, depending on my Wi-Fi speed and whether I can properly edit a video. I may have to wait till I get home.